Good morning, all of you. Now we are doing history chapter 1, that is French Revolution. In the previous portion, we have discussed about the causes of French Revolution and 1789 constitution which provided the rights of man and citizens. But as we are aware, at that time, because we are talking about 18th century, the majority of men and women could not read or write. I think everybody is aware. At that time, literacy rate was very low. So how people could understand? That is through images and symbols. जैसे आप आज भी देखते हैं that a small kid, he is not able to read and write. जब बच्चा एक स्कूल में आता है तो पढ़ता कैसे? आपने देखा है they are having books. He just read A for apple. He is not able to read apple, but he just recognize apple with the image. Pictures बना होता है. And that's why in जो छोटे बच्चों का जो books है, they are having lots of images. इसमें content writing कम होता है, only pictures are there, so that they can easily understand. So at that time also, 18th centuries, where majority of men and women were not able to read and write, so images and symbols were frequently used instead of words to communicate important ideas. So now here we will just discuss some symbols which you will make it in your notebooks also. The first symbol, that is broken chain. You just see, and I think everybody is aware about broken chain means freedom, isn't it? So same, because we are talking about 18th century, chains were used to fetter slaves, and that is a broken chain stands for freedom. When act of becoming free. This is a symbol of meaning of broken chain. That means you will write down in your notebook, broken chain stands for freedom. Next is the bundle of rods offices. And I think everybody is aware about this story. That is, strength lies in unity. That is, union is strength. So one rod can be easily broken, but not an entire bundle. So these were the symbols used in 18th century. Now next is the eye within a triangle radiating light. That is stand for knowledge. And through knowledge, that means the rays of the sun drive away the clouds of ignorance. After that, scepter, that is, you just see, it is a decorated rod carried by a king or queen. आपने कई बार देखा भी होगा. If you will just imagine about the royal families ceremony. So this is a decorated rod carried by a king or queen on ceremonial occasions as a symbol of their power. So that means scepter is a symbol of royal power. Next is snake biting its tail to form a ring. That means a ring that is no beginning, no end. That is symbol of eternity. Next is that is blue, white, red. That is the national colors of France. As we are also having national color in our flag. But when we are talking about France in 18th century, that was the national colors of France. red Firangian cap, because at that time slavery system was there. So when this cap was, red cap was worn by a slave, when he would become free, at that time he can wear this cap. After that, the wigged woman. And if you have seen the Constitution of France 1789, that woman is also seen. That means personification of the law. That is the importance of law. And this is the law tablet, which specified that law is the same for all. That means all are equal before it. In political science also, we have discussed about equality before law. That means कानून के सामने सब बराबर हैं. Equality. So these are the symbols which you will make it in your notebooks also along with the meaning, because this is related with the 1 mark question. So this was the end of second part of the chapter. Now, as we have discussed in the first portion, that initially in 1774, France was having absolute monarch. And after that, we have discussed about Louis XVI, which was absolute monarch, convert into a constitutional monarch. Anyone know the meaning of constitutional monarch? Yes.
Ma'am, yes. Ma'am, monarch which acts according to the demands of people.
No, not demand for the people. Any other? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. No one? Constitutional monarch.
Ma'am, the system where king rules.
No, beta. That is called absolute monarch. We have discussed two words. First is absolute monarch. That means king is having all the powers. But Louis XVI, when he ascended the throne in 1774, he was absolute monarch. But after Constitution of 1789, he converted into constitutional monarch. That means now Louis XVI will act according to the Constitution. That means limitation of the monarch power. But now in the third portion, we will discuss about how France abolishes monarchy and becomes a republic. Can you tell me the meaning of republic? What is republic? Every year we are celebrating Republic Day. So can you tell me what is the meaning of republic?
Constitution.
Republic Day means constitution. No. Nitashre, focus your camera properly.
Ma'am, where democracy.
No way. No one is able to tell me about the meaning of republic.
Freedom.
No. So now, republic means head of the country is an elected person. Head of the country. Who is the head of the country in our? Who is the head of the state?
President.
President in our country. And president is an elected person in India, है ना?
Yes.
हर 5 साल के बाद change होता है. But if we will talk about England, अगर आपने देखा है, who is the head of the country in England? Who is the head of the country of England? Head of the country. That is Queen Elizabeth. That is a monarchical system. So that means, so democracy and republic both are different things. In England, they are having democracy, but they are not having a republic system. But if we are talking about America, they are having republic system, because in America, head of the country is president, which is an
Yes.
elected person. India, democratic along with the republic. हम क्या लिखते हैं? If you remember about the preamble, you just read the words of preamble. India, we the people of India, sovereign, socialist, republic, democratic. Yani we are having a democracy also along with republic, because in India, head of the state elected person. But now we are coming back to the France. So now France abolishes monarchy, but what was the reason behind it? As we have discussed, Louis XVI, he had signed the constitution. He was ready because he was forced to sign the constitution, because he was not having any option, to be revolted by subjects. जितने भी लोग थे उन्होंने, third estate, they have prepared the constitution, and the condition of France was turmoil at that time. We have already discussed all these factors. But still, when he left his powers, but he was not satisfied. अब कोई जिसके पास इतनी सारी powers हैं, अब वो satisfy कैसे हो सकता है? He was also interested to get back his powers. So what he did, he entered into secret negotiations. उसने क्या किया? अपने neighboring countries जो थी, like Prussia and other neighboring states, उनके साथ secret negotiations यानी बातचीत करना start कर दिया. And in neighboring countries, they were also worried by the developments in France. अब उनको भी लग रहा था कि अगर फ्रांस में ऐसा हुआ तो कहीं उनकी जो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, उनकी जो प्रजा है, वो भी रिवोल्ट ना कर दे, एंड वहां के रूलर्स को भी अपनी पावर ना छोड़ना पड़े. तो ड्यू टू दिस दे वर रेडी टू हेल्प लुइस 16. तो वो लुइस 16 की हेल्प करने के लिए तैयार हो गए. So rulers of other neighboring countries who were worried by the developments in France and made plans, और उन्होंने प्लानिंग करी. अब सोचिए, लुइस 16 ने अपनी ही कंट्री के साथ बिट्रे किया, धोखा दिया, and sent troops to put down the events that had been taking place since the summer of 1789. क्योंकि 1789 का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन प्रिपेयर किया, and after that all the powers of the monarch यानी लुइस 16 की सारी powers कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के पास आ गई. So now they were not having any option, but still they tried to send troops. But before this could happen, इससे पहले वहां troops आती, National Assembly, which was made up of third estate. They got the information and they voted in April 1792, declared war. Kiske against? Prussia and Austria, because both were helping to Louis XVI. Now you got the concept is clear. When Louis XVI was not ready to left his power, he had entered into secret negotiations. उसने अपनी ही कंट्री के अगेंस्ट कॉन्स्पिरेसी स्टार्ट कर दी, एंड अपनी नेबरिंग कंट्रीज के जो रूलर्स थे, जो मोनार्क्स थे, उनसे हेल्प मांगी. और इससे पहले कि वो उसके लिए आर्मी भेजते, ट्रूप्स भेजते, नेशनल असेंबली डिक्लेयर्ड वॉर अगेंस्ट प्रुशिया एंड ऑस्ट्रिया. and thousands of volunteers, because when we are talking about National Assembly, which was made up of third estates, which belong to the poor sections, 90% population. So thousands of volunteers, they have joined the army because उनके लिए ये war कैसी थी? War of the people against monarch, against aristocracies all over Europe. And if you remember about the national movement of India also, during the freedom movement, आपने last date पे पढ़ा है, some songs were used to inspire the people. So here also patriotic songs, and in France also, that is Marseillaise, composed by poet Roger de Israel. It was sung for the first time by volunteers. जैसे हमारे यहाँ during the national movement, Vande Mataram, सारे जहां से अच्छा. It was used to inspire the people to participate